He's the hardest guy in the whole series, I think, to predict how they're going to do.
Don't go off his emotion because you're not going to.
Well, no,
you
don't. You get nothing. You get nothing from emotion. But I also just look at the way their season has been, and I feel like about the time you count them out, they come back and they have a spectacular run.
Welcome into NASCAR Inside the Race. We are here on the doorstep of the championship race. Only one more playoff race before we head west. We have to set the field, though. Steve Letarte alongside Jamie McMurray. One race left in the round of 8. We head to Martinsville. Here are the standings. 2 winners, 2 above, 4 below. I think it's pretty simple. It's a points battle between Bell and Larson for the 3rd spot.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And if you're Bell or Larson, that's kind of who you're racing all day long when you get to the track. I think whatever those crew chiefs do, and it will be a reactive to what the other guy's doing there.
If I'm Cliff Daniels, I want to win, but at no point do I not know where the 20 is
Absolutely, yep. Because all you have to do is outrun him. You outrun him, you're locked in.
Well, yeah, because a winner will take this spot, and one's guaranteed on points. But that makes it very clear to me. 36 points mathematically can happen.
It's a lot.
It would be.
It's a lot.
I'm willing to say it's a must-win. You comfortable to say one of these guys have to win?
Well, one of these guys has to go out super early, and you still have to have a spectacular day. So, yeah, I would think the mindset of all these guys is going to have to win.
Yeah. So as a crew chief, I'm thinking must win. I might have one engineer watching these guys over here, and if they break, he has to tap me on the shoulder.
Focus is to win.
Yeah, call it 100%. All right. If we agree that it has to win. Can they win? Well, when we look at history, absolutely they can win. In 2022, playoff drivers, 23 current playoff drivers, 24 playoff drivers. And let's remind everybody, currently below, right? This guy currently below, this guy currently below. Oh, here's Byron again. So I don't think it's crazy to think that somebody could win their way in.
Yeah, a couple of things that stick out to me as I look at this that I like is that all the guys below the cut line can win this weekend. We're not going to a rare track, maybe even a speedway track where you kind of know who you think is going to get in. I mean, if you think about Byron, I know that he's only been able to win in the spring. I don't really care because if you run well at that racetrack, I know the weather can play a small role in it, but William Byron obviously can get it done. Larson, as a teammate, for me, years at Ganassi, he was terrible, but since he went to Hendrick, he's exceptional all of a sudden when we get to Martinsville. Yeah,
right.
I mean, and I mean, my pick this weekend, though, if I had to take somebody right now, it's Ryan Blaney.
Oh, for sure.
Just because of the fact that he's won the last 2 fall races there. You look at how they ran at Loudon earlier this year. I don't know. I mean, like, he would be my guy, Steve.
Well, I will say NASCAR Insights have the playoff drivers running 1 through 8 in their predictor app, and they actually have Hamlin winning, probably because he won in the spring.
Well, totally.
So let's go back to the points. Remind everybody the 4 below: Elliott, Blaney, Logano, Byron. Let's start with Chase Elliott. Look at his numbers specifically. He has done it. It was a ways ago, but he won on his championship year in 2020. He did win Martinsville. He's always good there, runs up front. And I think what people get lost by because of all the chaos last year with the team orders and all the crazy stuff that happened, he's who Blaney passed with only a few laps to go to win the race. So I don't think it's crazy to think Chase Elliott could win.
He's the hardest guy in the whole series, I think, to predict how they're going to do.
Don't go off his emotion because you're not going to get much.
Well, no, you don't. You get nothing. You get nothing from emotion. But I also just look at the way their season has been, and I feel like about the time you count them out, they come back and they have a spectacular run. So Chase is the hardest one for me. He could go and he could win this weekend, or they could just have an average day. He wouldn't be on my list, though, of the guy. To me, it's more of a Blaney that's below that cut line.
Well, let's go up from the bottom. First is Chase Elliott. The next guy up, the guy you love.
Him.
Well, look, it's an easy pick. He's won the last 2 times there. But what I will say is that a new tire should have more fall off. 60 degrees on a concrete racetrack. We saw Bristol, they went all the way to the fabric. I don't expect that at Martinsville. But as a driver, crew chief, I know we're going to talk all weekend long about, is it going to take rubber? Is it going to race different? I wonder if that will take away a little of the 12's magic that they have had the last 2 years.
It could. And the one thing about Martinsville is it almost reminds me of like a Dover because of that concrete surface. When the left rear tire wears out, it doesn't wear out a little bit, it's like gone. And when it goes away, you can get lapped almost immediately because you lose so much pace there and there's nothing you can do about it. What I like about Ryan, not just that he's won the last 2 fall races at Martinsville, I like the fact that he's done it with a lot of pressure on him. And so Ryan is one of those guys that when you listen to the radio, you just feel like he's losing his mind. He reminds me of like the Casey Kane back in the day, right? Like this very calm demeanor, and then all of a sudden he comes on the radio and you're like, I don't even know who that is inside the car. But he does well under pressure. They ran really well at the short tracks this year. and this is a great track for him. So I really like his chances this weekend.
Well, Blaney, I agree with all your assessment on Blaney. I am concerned about his teammate. When we start to go up one more, Joey Logano, I thought it was really Talladega that happened because this guy, now look, they always seem to find a way, but they're good. They're not great. And remember, we're thinking must win. We're expecting great. He's kind of been top 10s, but I haven't seen winning speed. Now, like in Joey Logano fashion, they'll probably do some crazy pit call, get track position, and prove us all wrong. He's probably who I think has the least chance to win of the 4 below.
I totally agree with you. It's hard to pick because you haven't seen this incredible speed out of the 22 team this year. The other thing, and we keep bringing up the tires being different, if the tires have a lot of fall off, there won't be a spectacular pit call that comes with that because it's a no-brainer. You come in and you put 4 tires on it. So to me, that takes some of the advantage they have with Paul Wolfe and the decisions he makes, but I just haven't seen the speed out of him this year.
And then you mentioned it was really hard to figure out Chase Elliott. I feel the same way of his teammate, William Byron, because when they're good, they're unbelievable. They have lost a few bigger, like Darlington, Charlotte, they were really, really good. It went away late. And at Martinsville, it seems to be like, if it's in the spring, he's your guy. If it's in the fall, we just don't know. We have seen them really struggle. We've seen them be very good. So I feel much like you do about Chase Elliott. That's how I feel about William Byron. Can they win? Absolutely. But I have really no idea. I can't wait to practice because I think that might give us a little idea of who's got what.
Yeah, these would be easier to do if you could do it after qualifying, right?
Yeah,
you'd have such a great idea of what they're going to have. I'm with you. I feel better about him than I do Chase or Joey, just because of the speed. Like when they are on, it's incredible the speed that the 24 team can have, and they've also run well in the playoffs up to this point. So I like the little bit of momentum that Byron has on his side.
So if we go back to the standings, you mentioned it, they can all win. Let's just remind everybody what exactly we are looking at for careers, right? We have Chase Briscoe, first year at Gibbs. We know he's advanced. Danny Hamlin's got those 60 wins, looking for his first. Bell looking for his first championship. Then we have, look at this, champion, 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 champion. We know for sure we're losing some champions. There's a chance we could lose all the champions if Byron could flip with Larson. It is a stacked round of 8 and a stacked 4 drivers below the cut line.
Yeah, the other thing that sticks out to me as I look at this is if you had to pick maybe the best driver at Martinsville, it's the one that we haven't talked about, it's Denny Hamlin. He's exceptional there. Having momentum going into Phoenix, I think will be huge for Hamlin. And these 2 guys right here are really pulling for Hamlin because if he wins the race, then most likely both of these guys get in on points.
For the fan that says he doesn't care, they don't know Denny Hamlin because he had an emotional win 60. I can't imagine him going to Phoenix coming off win 61 at one of his home racetracks. So I think it would be amazing. But either way, it's going to be must-see TV. Tune in to NBC on Sunday where the Championship 4 is officially set before we race for a championship in about a week out in Phoenix.